Well, scunnered is the word. I don't think there is any other word that suits it more than scunnered after tonight's performance in the Europa League. Celtic out of the Europa League. We lose 3-1 to Copenhagen in a game which I think the majority of Celtic fans were confident going into. Myself was confident going into. You've probably seen my match preview. You've probably seen the video I made today talking about what has changed under Neil Lennon since he came into the Celtic squad and how we have been better in Europe and how our performances have been better in Europe. But tonight, everything was off the mark. It was just an incredibly dire performance from the Celtic side. This video is not going to last long. Let's be quite honest. What have I got to say about the Celtic performance tonight against Copenhagen? Yes, there is so much criticism that I could give to the Celtic squad tonight. And it just feels like I can't put it into words. As much as I'm struggling to actually cope with myself to make this video, I still, if I wasn't struggling, wouldn't be able to put it into words. It's just... It was embarrassing tonight from Celtic, even when there was a glimmer of hope towards the end of the game that something might come of it, even if we're pushing it to extra time. They rip everything away from you. As Celtic normally put it, it's the hope that kills you. That is what usually happens with Celtic. The hope kills you, and tonight is the perfect example of that. We go into the game, and honestly, to speak let's be truthful about it, right? Let's be truthful about it. I'm struggling to even speak here. Let's be perfectly truthful about it all. Celtic, for the vast majority of the game, were the better team. But it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Because the 3 goals we gave away by the 90 minutes were extremely poor. They were gifted to Copenhagen. And we just brought it upon ourselves. Really, that was it. So, even though we performed like the better team for what I felt like the vast majority of the first half anyway, because I thought we kept Copenhagen out, and then even for a lot of the second half, those chances are unforgiven. We didn't come back from them. We didn't fight hard enough. And as a credit to Copenhagen for defending that well, that we couldn't break them down, that we couldn't get goals. But the Celtic team just wasn't good enough. Edouard looked lifeless the whole game. Granted, I feel like there was a big lack of service to Edouard. I feel like the players around him were as lifeless as him. But you look at Edouard as a game-changing player, and there was no game-changing moments from Odsonne Edouard, despite his scoring a penalty later on in the game. I just feel like there was nothing there. And that was the story of the whole team. There was nothing there. Brown was sloppy on the ball. He was careless. McGregor didn't seem like he was in the game. El Yunusi I thought was okay in the first half, but mainly wasn't there. Forrest, non-existent. Edouard didn't even feel like he was on the park. Defensively in the second half we were shambolic, and it just all collapsed upon itself. What else can I add to it? Genuinely, what else can I add to the Celtic performance tonight? Because that sums it all up. The best chance we've had at going far in the Europa League in years, or any European competition in years, we throw away. We were favourites going at this game by quite a long stretch. You know, we were really favoured because we looked better last week. We looked like the team that were up for it. We looked like the team that could cause problems. And ultimately, we're the team that domestically has been doing better as well. And then we go into this game and we're just non-existent. And I don't get it, because it's not a Neil Lennon type performance. It's the first time we try out the 3-5-2 in Europe. Perhaps that's the answer. Perhaps that's the reason we do so badly. But honestly, the only thing I can say is we're just not good enough. You know, there's no excuses. We just didn't turn up. We weren't there, and Copenhagen took advantage of the chances that they had. We just weren't good enough. That's it. And we're out now. I feel like the best chance we had to go far in the Europa League is gone now. I don't know where we'll go over the next few seasons. I don't know how much of a chance will be handed. We get through the toughest of group stages. Honestly, shocking us. Absolutely shocking us with results against Lazio and Rennes and Cluj. The away performance in Lazio in particular took us by surprise. We could never imagine that. And then we go here to the last 32 and potentially the easiest draw we could be handed. No disrespect to Copenhagen, because they've just handed our backsides to us. No disrespect to them, but perhaps the easiest last 32 draw we could have asked for, and we've bottled it. Gone in an instant. Who knows what could have happened? And the other side of the city, of course, through now, we rely on going to get a quadruple treble to kind of, you know, win back our season, win back our bragging rights. Look, we're still 12 points clear. We've won a cup. We're still the most dominant team in the country. But it's the annoying part is they're through the last 16 and we're not in it. That's still going to be the main talking point from Rangers fans. Should we care? Should we not? I don't know. That's your opinion. But it still will be annoying. Look, if we were going to win a quadruple treble, Rangers go out the next round, and it's fine, who cares? But this was the greatest chance we had of doing, or having a great impact in Europe. In the space of, you know, maybe 10 years. And perhaps maybe the coming 10 years, and we've completely bottled it and threw it away. It's disappointing to say the least. But what else can I add to it? I don't know. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. There's not much else I can add. And, disappointing night in general. Hopefully we come back strong, we get a result on Sunday in the Cup, and we go on our way to winning a quadruple treble, because honestly it would be satisfying to say the least in comparison to tonight. So like and subscribe, as I said, and I'll see you all. Sorry for the voice, and I'll see you all next time.